YouTube, it's Lena, and we're here with the Project Pan update. So first off, I have two empty / met my goal products. I did finish, not surprisingly, the Coola Mineral Sunscreen Natural BB Cream. It just wasn't a lot in it. These come half full of air. And considering I don't go outside that much, you know, I probably did good just using this one up. My other one is still mostly full. And what's a much more exciting goal, I hit pan on my highlighter. It's not a ton of pan, but for a highlighter, I think that's good pan because you just don't use a lot of it every day. There you go, you can kind of see it there. There's a good side of it. So that, for the purposes of this, is done. Now I will go through everything else, and then I will draw a new number for a new category and go pick 5 more products. So I did finish off my first category last month, which was the base products. So least favorite color, still have a lot of stuff left. I have my Fantasy Makers black lipstick, which I did make some progress in this month. I have rounded off the tip a bit more because I've worn it quite a bit more this month. I've actually worn it enough that I got to make a 3rd mark, which is awesome. I mean, you guys have seen me wearing this in videos. I wear this out too. Like, I don't just wear it in the house. When I do go out, I actually only go out in the evenings once it's dark. So that's why I don't wear a lot of sunscreen. It's not that I never leave the house, it's that I don't leave the house during the day, like a vampire. And then I go out wearing black lipstick or dark lipstick like I am today. I'm pretty sure my neighbors do think I'm a vampire. Whatever. So I have made some progress on that. My Bite lipstick in Palomino, I haven't worn this. And yet, Makeup Fairies ate a tiny bit of it because it's actually under my mark. So I don't know if I just fooled with it once or twice in the past couple of months, and this is the first time I've actually looked at it in a while. I don't know. So I'll mark that afterwards, but I wasn't expecting that at all until I looked at it just now. Haven't used this any. Although now that I can see it up in the light, I can actually see where it stops. It stops about right here. So I'll make a mark of that before I shut off my filming light later. Just so that there is a mark, because I can't figure out how to get the air out of something like this. Like, I know with a lot of tubes that have just like the little opening, you can tap and eventually knock all the air out. I mean, would that work with this? Because this is like the little felt tip thingy. It's not a regular tube. But whatever. And the other thing I had in this category was my Colormates eyeshadow that I repressed in here. It's the same place it was last month. I'm not using this right now. Just I'm currently doing a lot of cool tone looks. Like, I even got silver on today, which I hardly ever wear. So that's just not what I'm panning right now. But I still have 5 months left. I think I can finish that in the spring because it didn't take a ton of effort to hit that much pan in it. So I'm not worried about it. See, next I had my mermaid inspired category, which the highlighter was in, actually. I do have my Cruella pencil. I am wearing it now, layered with something else in here. I'll show that to you in a minute. And this is what it looks like. And it does not need to be sharpened very often. I don't wear red lipstick every day either, so that's part of it too. But I was able to make a new mark. Just goes down a little bit each and every time. Eventually, I will use that sucker up, I swear. A little bit at a time. Have my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Shimmering Sea. I technically want to finish this, but I did hit pan in it recently. That is what I'm wearing under the silver right now. Just when I drew my last palette roulette thing, I didn't pull a blue shadow, but I pulled one with a lot of silvers in it. So this is going under that right now, which is a shame to waste this beautiful color under that, but I have a ton of it and I do want to get some use out of it. So that's what we're doing. And finally, for this category, we have the Wet n Wild Color Icon Eyeliner in Sky Blue. I have not used this, just not doing a blue look right now. So it is exactly the same as it was before, so there's no point in showing you the paper. Next was my 4th month, which was at the time my newest products. Okay, there it is. I have not worn this, and yet I made progress, so I don't makeup fairies live in my house and eat my makeup occasionally. I might have worn this like one or two times before I decided to focus solely on my foundation in my 6 by Christmas. Because I was switching out every other day, and then I realized if I do that, I'm not going to finish the one by 6 by Christmas. Might not finish it anyway. I just hope to finish it by the end of the year. But it seems I must have worn it because it went down. So I don't know what happened there. Let's see, my Julep lip pencil, I've made a ton of progress on. This is what I have left. I think I can actually finish that in like 2 months. I don't know how well you can see it, but I do have progress marked. There's the bottom of the page right there. So yeah, doing really well on that. Like I said, I think in about 2 months I can have that done, which would be cool. I have my Estee Edit Late Night Eraser Brightening Eye Balm. Last time I was here, now I am down to here. Might actually be a little bit lower, but we're gonna go with that. So yeah. It's one of those things that I will probably not finish by the end of this project, but you know, I'm getting good use out of it, and that is about what I use in a month right there, because the last mark, I couldn't figure out how to mark it at the time, but I figured out the whole tapping thing again and made it work. So next category was a hard category. It's Urban Decay products, and today I actually bought an Urban Decay blush because it's my birthday. I'm 31, if you're curious. So now I am 30 something, which makes me want to die a little inside. I'm kidding. Mostly. But I pulled my primer in Eden. Despite using this all month, it ain't really moved, but I mean, it's a eye primer. You use a teeny tiny bit at a time. And I mean, I use a lot for an eye primer because I take it all the way up into my brows and stuff because, well, I'm yellow, so I can get away a little bit with doing that, and it helps my eyebrow stuff stay in place a little bit longer. And I still barely go through this. And this is the primer that if I go more than a day without wearing it, I have to mix it up because it starts to separate a tiny bit. So yeah, it's like 2 years old. It really needs to get used up, but I don't know how. Unless I start like wearing it on my face or something, like my cheeks. Just sounds like a great way to break out. I have been doing really good on my Virgin eyeshadow, which I repressed into my Lorac Pro. I do that so that I don't have as many palettes sitting in my stuff. And I already have 3 from my palette roulette plus my Pan That palette. So to keep from any extra sitting in my little makeup box, my little caboodle, I guess, I press things into here. But I have been using this as a face highlight as well as an inner corner highlight. And I re-hit pan. I re-hit a bunch of pan, actually. If I keep using this as a face highlight, I think I can actually use this up in the next month. And that would be awesome, because that would also be a second shade gone from my Naked palette, which is always cool. And I have pans of Virgin and other palettes, too. Alright, next is the lipstick I'm wearing on top of the NARS, which is Gash. Just this little mini right here. I did actually make enough progress to make a new line, which is always cool. I mean, not a huge difference from the first one, but it's there. I also have worn this once or twice, but I didn't make enough for a new line. This is the lipstick in Lady Flower. These are both the old Revolution lipsticks, by the way, not the new line, the Vice ones. So, I guess every other month I'm going to make progress on one of them because I'm focusing on other lipsticks. Trying to get a couple wrapped up in project pans that I have ending at the end of this month. So hopefully I can finish at least one of those, and then I can feel a little more okay going to these, because I'm starting a new project pan in January. It is that Rainbow 100 pan I talked about in my 12 Empties of Christmas video, because I'm insane. I'm just crazy like that. Next is my Vice eyeliner. I have not used this. It is exactly the same as it was last time, because stupid me forgot that I was panning a purple eyeliner in my 6 by Christmas. Not that I'm doing any better with it. And lastly, before we draw a new one, I drew SPF last month, so here are the rest of my products, except for one that I will go get in a second. We have my Banana Boat Sun Comfort SPF 30. I have used this a couple of times. I use this on my arms and my hands when I know I'm going to be driving in the middle of the day, because people forget about the hands. So here to here, not a lot, but I used it a couple of times for that. My Supergoop I just used today for the first time, and it was completely stinking full, so that's all the progress that I've made. Oh, my Supergoop sunscreen. I could have sworn this had SPF in it when I chose it last time, but as far as I can tell it doesn't. Maybe it used to. This is the Origins Ginseng Eye Cream. And like I said, I didn't really want to replace it and find another thing with SPF. But I don't know if you can tell, but I can see through the bottom when I hold this up, so this should be gone next month. And now I have to go get my last product. Because like I said, okay, I'm back. So the last thing was the Supergoop Defense Refresh Setting Mist with Rosemary. It says broad spectrum SPF 50 in it, and that's why I like it. Because it gives me a matte finish, and it finds me a way to put makeup, not makeup, but SPF on my face when I'm wearing makeup. I started with it basically full, and I have now gotten down to here in a month. So the good progress, I don't foresee myself finishing it in this project necessarily. 1, 2, 3, maybe, who knows, we'll see. I'd be very happy if I did, because that stuff's expensive. I like it though. I would probably actually repurchase it again. I hate the sprayer on it, but other than that, it's fine. To me, like, I don't mind the smell. I know it bothers some people. Now let's go to random.org and generate a number. 17. Items you've had to repress by Caramel Sarajo, or Caramel Sarajo, depending on your pronunciation. Oh dear. Items I've had to repress. I don't have 5 things I've had to repress, so I don't want to do this, but we're gonna have to pull another one. Like, I legitimately don't. I would have to go repress 5 eyeshadows to pull this, so yeah, we're not gonna do that. Sorry. 47. Christmas theme, red, white, and green. I swear to God. Let's see. How did that happen for the December one? I know it was the second one, but I'm sorry guys, I literally don't, I would have to go and repress stuff right now, because most of the stuff I've had to repress recently, like face powder and anything like that, I've used up. I had to repress a blush because I broke it during depotting it, and that's about it. I would have to repress like 4 other things. So I guess I'm gonna have to go get some Christmas stuff. This should be interesting. Okay, so this should be interesting. I pulled 2 things from my 12 Empties of Christmas project because I was gonna carry them in the next year anyway, so pop them into this instead. First is my Jordana Easy Liner in Sedona Red. I'm wearing it under this actually. I wear it every time I wear a red lip. That is where I am at. Says I don't expect to finish that much in the next month. It's going in here. The other is the lip gloss from the same project. It is the NYX Butter Gloss in Cherry Pie. It is right here. So I haven't used it since the last update because I wore a more matte red lip today. Yeah, it's just not technically matte. I did pick one white thing. Maybe this is kind of cheating, but it is the NYX HD Finishing Powder. Like I said, I have not repressed anything as it doesn't need it. You can still use that really easily, actually. I used this to set under my eyes. I was actually not going to use it this 2 weeks. I was going to use my Milani powder, but we're going back to this, which I actually really like it for setting under my eyes, so I don't mind. And lastly, I have 2 mini nail polishes, because I'm totally not trying to pan enough of those. Anyways, first we have a red Formula X one in Pyrotechnic. It is literally that new. And then we have the one I got in my Ipsy bag this month in Huntress that I almost dropped. It is green, I promise. When I look at it, I see green. So, that's it. I hope you guys did not mind the fact that I had to flip to another topic. Just because, like I said, I would literally have to go and repress 5 things. But, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye!